What's going on, everybody? You're tuned in to another episode of Whiskey Business. My name is Jesse, and if you're new here, welcome, and thanks for stopping by. Here at Whiskey Business, I like to showcase what whiskeys the LCBO has to offer us local Ontarians, and help you save a little bit of coin on your next bottle purchase. So with that, today, we've got another decapitation. Today, we're going to be decapitating Wheel Horse Bourbon. So this is, it says batch number 4. Not really sure if that's significant. Wheel Horse Kentucky Straight Bourbon, small batch, 101 proof, so 50.5. It's non-chill filtered, and I believe this was around $40. I found it in one of the whiskey cabinets there. I've never seen it before. So I picked it up. I felt $40, non-chill filtered. Seemed like a pretty good price, and I've never seen it. I don't know if it's like new to the LCBO, going to be coming out. It was at an LCBO I don't typically shop at, but they had a vintages section. This was in it, and I don't know. I've never heard of it, but if you guys have heard of Wheel Horse and want to let me know what you guys think of it down below, I would love to hear. I don't know if they have other offerings. I'm really going into this blind, but I seen it, 101 proof, non-chill filtered, and I thought, hey, this could this compete with Wild Turkey 101? Is that what they're going after? So anyways, without further ado, let's get this thing decapitated, because I'm super excited to see what this baby has to offer. So let's get a glass here. Can we get a nice pop? Sorry, very synthetic cork, so you know. Cheers. So we'll see what this neck tag is saying here. So it says, Owensboro, Kentucky, USA, a true crowd pleaser, but I'd prefer to drink this one all to myself. American Whiskey Magazine, 9.0 American Whiskey. Got 94 points, top 20 whiskeys of the year 2021, and it says Whiskey Advocate. Instagram, Wheel Horse Whiskey with a EY. And the back of the bottle reads, batch number 4, Wheel Horse Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Wheel Horse Bourbon is crafted and matured at the Owensboro Distilling Company in Owensboro, Kentucky, you don't say. As the 10th oldest permitted distillery in the state, Owensboro Distilling has a rich history that dates back to the late 1800s. Now the distillery continues its legacy of making excellent bourbon under the director of master distiller Jacob Call, using a mash bill of 70% locally grown corn, 21% rye, and 9% malted barley. Wheel Horse Bourbon is distilled in copper stills, then matured in 53-gallon charred oak barrels for a minimum of 3 years. Wow, so quite a bit of information on there. I love the transparency, first and foremost. Didn't have to do any Googling and digging to find the mash bill or anything, so you don't find that very often. So, and these guys have gotten some awards and ranked pretty highly in 2021. Never heard of them. It's hard here as a local Canadian to keep up to date with new releases, because they don't really ever show up. So, you know, you're kind of reading about unicorns at that point, but just standing here, I'm getting some nice aromas wafting out of this glass. So, wow. I'm getting peanut brittle toffee. Yeah, peanut brittle toffee. Wow, that took me back. That peanut brittle. No, I've only had peanut brittle like once in my life. Quick little story. Sitting with my grandma, she used to sell Avon. If you know what that is, you know. If you don't, you don't. and we traveled to this old lady's apartment who used to sell, or he used to be a frequent customer, I guess, of my grandma's Avon sales. And I just remember sitting on the couch, and the lady had just made peanut brittle. I'd never had it in my life. She brought it out and instantly fell in love, but never had any since because I didn't know where to get it. Nowadays I see it in stores and stuff, but I don't eat sweets like that, so this is close as I'm gonna get to peanut brittle. So, but yeah, just I love when an aroma or a taste really takes me back. It adds points for sure to the dram. But yeah, that's really good. There's also some fruity sweetness in there, light syrupy maraschino cherries, not like the Luxardo cocktail cherries, but like the maraschino cherries that you get in a fruit cup. So a little bit more artificial. A little bit of ethanol, if I really dig around. There's cinnamon in there. There's some good spicing and charred oak. Almost heavily charred. Some vanillas. There's even some aroma of orange peel in there. Very, very nice note. So let's get on to the palate here. Okay, wow, it's got some heat. I mean, 101. It's the highest thing I've had so far. Wow. I'm gonna go in for a second sip. Yes, that toffee, that rich, dense, gooey toffee, is just thrown right at you with vanilla and cinnamon. The fruity sweetness doesn't follow through. Almost a little bit of brown sugar. Maybe the peanut brittle turns brown sugar. But wow, yeah, it's super heavy, gooey toffee. That's really good. And then vanilla, almost creamy vanilla, maybe custardy toffee and vanilla custard. You get the oak into the finish. On the back end, it's just very, very warm spices. You're definitely getting some of that rye influence in there. What was it, 12%? 21%. So yeah, you're definitely getting some of that rye influence in there, as well as a pretty decently charred oak. Very warm. I'm still feeling it. I would say the finish is medium. I would say it's medium. The toastiness is almost turning graham cracker now. Let's go in for a third sip. Yeah, so just vanilla, toffee, custard. The spice washes in, like lots of cinnamon in there. That rye spice turns really, really oaky, but not tannic. And then yeah, it turns into like a graham cracker, toasty graham cracker, and sweetness that I want to equate to marshmallow, because graham cracker toasty plus a sweetness, it just makes sense to say this thing is s'mores on the finish. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I think it is around the same price as Wild Turkey 101 too. So I'll definitely have to make a comparison video of this, and maybe even throw this into one of our Battle of the Blinds. I think that would be a super cool blind once this has a chance to open up. Very excited to see what this thing has to offer, because right out of the neck pour, it's impressing me. I've never heard anyone talk about this. Last but not least, we're going to rate the mouthfeel. It's oily. It's decently thick, but that sweetness just really coats your mouth, gets your mouth salivating, wanting more, and that toasty, dry oak kind of like, that toasty dry oak kind of dries you out, but the sweetness really has me salivating. So overall, I really enjoy this. If you guys see this, especially for around $40 Canadian, I highly recommend you pick this up. I think this would go really well in a cocktail because it's got the proof, it's got the spice, it's got some really nice sweetness, and that peanut brittle on the nose is just phenomenal. Not something I've experienced too much before. I've gotten peanut, I've gotten stuff like it, but that was just straight peanut brittle on the nose. Really enjoyable. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a quick rating. Take this with a grain of salt because this is the neck pour. I'll have a review coming in the future once it opens up, once I get acquainted with it. But straight off the bat, I'm gonna give this nose a 75. Really good nose. There is nothing bad I can say about the nose. The palate is gonna follow through with a 75 as well. Really, really good. The finish is where it kind of starts to fall off. It's got good flavors, but the depth just isn't there. It's kind of just toasty, sweet. You can pick out the graham cracker, but it doesn't really evolve much, if you know what I'm saying. So the finish is going to get a 62. It is really good though. And the mouthfeel, well, the mouthfeel, I do enjoy the mouthfeel. I can't ding it too much. It's not super oily and viscous, but it's enough to coat the mouth. It's enough to be satisfying. For me, I would buy this again for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the mouthfeel is a 65. So now I take the nose, the palate, and the finish, and I get an average of those three. I don't include mouthfeel. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. It's just the way I've always done it. That brings Wheelhouse Kentucky Straight Bourbon to an average score of 70.6. That's a really good pour. Considering I've never heard of it, really good stuff. Definitely recommend it. If you guys have tried this, let me know what you think down below. If you've tried any of their other products, let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think. Are they all this good? Is this just a good batch? I don't know. I don't know if the batch 4 actually signifies it's the 4th batch, or if it's just kind of like a thing how Monkey Shoulder puts that batch number on there, but they're all technically that batch number. Not sure, but yeah, I'd love any feedback or suggestions down below. I hope you guys are all staying well and, well, cool, because it's getting real warm now. This has been Whiskey Business, and cheers.